As I've told you, this podcast is going to be about real life. It's going to be about the great days and the not so great days. And today happens to be one of those not so great days. I've been working on this podcast for forever. Uh, the idea popped into my head, I would say, about 2 years ago for I Am Inspiring Women, where I wanted to create a place that, my granddaughters could go to and hear and actually on YouTube see women who were doing all the different things that, that they are doing. And so I had started interviewing women, friends of mine and acquaintances and people that I had reached out to. And so over the course of, a year and a half, I've gotten a few interviews, but something always came up when it came to putting this whole thing together. And so I'm right now working on holding onto the dream because I'm having trouble connecting everything to Apple and to Spotify and to everything else. So I am creating this podcast and it is not necessarily ready to, the website's not ready to go out. It's not working. So not giving up, not letting these daily little annoyances get in my way are what's allowed me to continue to take another step to keep moving forward, even though sometimes it feels like the universe is conspiring against me. I know that that's not true. It's my own, you know, feelings of inadequacy or not knowing enough or, feelings of self-worth as to whether anybody wants to listen to this or, whatever other voice my ego decides to throw at me. I know deep in my heart that this is what's needed. I know that this is something that I have been looking for, not just podcasts about successful women, but podcasts about real life. Um, I know that this is probably something that a lot of people may be turned off by, but I am a multi-passionate person. I love learning all different kinds of things, and I want to be able to listen to and learn from other women who are doing what I'm doing. One day I'm working on a podcast. The next day I'm working on my book. The next day I'm working on oracle cards. The next day I'm working on painting. The next day I'm, helping Roy with the sign business. The next day I'm doing invoices, which God, Lord knows I hate. You know, and it's not the same thing every day, which is what I absolutely love. I cannot stand boredom and tedium. The same thing over and over again does not work for me. I remember I worked in a factory when I was a kid, like 15, 16. My mom got me a job working at a cabinet making factory. And I used to be the one who would put the edges on cabinets for mica cabinets. God, let me tell you, I admire the people who can do the same thing over and over and over, day in, day out, year after year, to create some of the things that we take for granted in life. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know about how often I look at my cabinets and wonder, I wonder who stuck the trim on my cabinet door. Definitely does not happen. I don't think I've thought about it since I was 16 until now. So it's obviously something that I don't think about very often. But that being said, some of us are great at that kind of job and great at that kind of an endeavor, doing the same thing over and over again, and others of us are not. And that's what I want to highlight. That's what I want to, put out there and show women that regardless of what we call our daily life, and regardless of how inane or boring or inconsequential our individual lives may seem, there's somebody out there that admires you. There's somebody out there that thinks that you are an amazing woman, that you are spectacular, that holy shit, you've got your crap together and I wish I could be like her. Whether it's your kids or it's your spouse or it's your, friends and family, you are amazing. We as women, we forget. we are so caught up in doing for everybody else and making sure that everybody else has what they need, that they're taken care of, they're fed, they're clothed, their teeth are brushed, their hair is brushed, they've got lunch to take to work, or they've got clean clothes to wear, whatever it may be, or they come home to a clean house, or they've got food on the table because we spent the entire day at work. You know, whatever it may be, we tend to take for granted and we think that we're not doing enough. And by God, we do enough. A lot, I think. We do way more than a lot of people. Single moms are freaking badass. You know, I had to put explicit on my podcast because there are going to be some times when you hear the F-bomb. I just wanted to pre-warn you, since this is one of the first episodes. Just going to warn you. I do swear occasionally, especially when I get passionate. I will go on and tell you how it is. But that being said, I want to express to you just how amazing you are. If anybody hasn't told you lately, you're a badass. You, even when you feel like you are not together and you are not succeeding, you are. You are making somebody's world an amazing place to be. And I just want to let you know that you are worth everything, that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you have everything that you need within you to be anything that you want to be. And I get that, oh, that's what your mom says to people who love you. Only your parents say that you can be anything. BS. You can be anything. You just have to have the tenacity and the willpower and the fortitude to do anything that you want to do. The only person who is stopping you is you. So I can speak from experience when I can tell you that there are many things that I gave up on because I didn't think I was good enough, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared emotionally, spiritually, medically, mentally, maybe medically too. I don't know. Trying to think. I probably could have used some medication at some times in my life, but hey, what's the fun if you can't enjoy life and be silly? And so I want to let you know we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. So today I just had to put on a little rant because I'm having a good time with my feed, RSS feed, and podcast, getting it out there. And I figured I may as well record and tell you guys what's going on and let you know, God, please don't give up. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're working on, even if it's a little side hustle, I really can't stand that. Everybody's like, hustle, hustle, hustle. Do you, baby. Whatever that is, just do you. If it takes you 10 years to figure out what the hell you're doing, then let it take you 10 years, because trust me, you haven't learned what you need to learn, or you haven't gained the insight that you need, whatever it may be. I, I have decided that 52, that's going to be my birthday when this podcast is launched to the world, is going to be my second birthday. I am starting this next half century of my life, brand new, little baby. I will have the wisdom that I've gained in the past 50 years, which, thank you, God, universe, great mystery, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to take that and impart it and share it and teach and do everything that I wanted to do when I was younger. And I didn't feel like I had the knowledge, and I didn't feel like I had the capability or the insights that anybody cared to hear. I don't know if anybody's going to care to hear it, but I'm just, fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway. So maybe somebody will hear this and I will speak to them, speak to their soul, and they will realize that they have it in them to do everything that they want to do. So I just want to put that out there. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Love you. Have a fantastic day, because regardless of how this day started out, it's going to be freaking fantastic. Hope you subscribe. Hope you come back and enjoy. Don't forget, live life adventurously. It's the only way to live. It's the only way to be.